Sponsors.
Hey, this is Joshua Salaam, and I'm here with Think About It, and you are here with me. We got a nice show lined up, as we always do. We have a special guest coming in, so if you want to see who it is and why we brought him, you got to tune in. That's right. Right now, we're going to take a break for our sponsors, Penny Appeal. Check it out, but come right back to Think About It. All right. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. This is Joshua Salaam, and I'm back, and you're back with me. You're watching Think About It, the show that, I wish I could say the show that everybody's talking about, but everybody's probably not talking about it. It's probably just you and me talking about it. But anyway, the show that both of us are talking about, yeah. And it's brought to you by our host, Penny Appeal. You can learn more about them at pennyappealusa.org. I hope you guys watched the show yesterday. I had Dr. Zainab Elwani on, and we were, talking about some cool stuff when it comes to female scholarship. And I want to talk about that for about 8 minutes or so that I have with you. So tune in and listen very closely to what I'm telling you, because I'm going to make some analogies to why I think this is very important. One is, I first want to say that I'm not the best person to talk about this. I think it would be much better if, you were listening to a female host or a strong female voice to say what I'm about to say. But for what it's worth, I do have an opinion about this. And the analogy that I want to start with is, as an African American, I was 19 years old. Now, stay with me. This is a build-up to talk about, female issues in Islam. As a 19-year-old, came through the public setting, had graduated high school, in college. Now, I remember this so vividly. I was 19 years old, and at that time it was a cassette tape. There's some youth listening that don't know what that is. Ask your parents what a cassette tape is, where you had to press rewind, stop, play, side A, side B, all that stuff. It was a cassette tape, and it was talking about all of the inventions of African American people, right? All of the inventions of African American people. And after I listened to that cassette tape, I remember feeling like a different person. I felt like I could take over the world. I felt like I could do anything. I felt so powerful as a young man. Why? Well, I had to reflect on that. Like, why am I feeling this way, right? And I had to think about all of the education that I had in school, and what was I being taught as a young African American. Basically what we were being taught in school was, like, a lot of my history was being rooted in the slave trade, right? So, black Africans came over here as slaves, and then they came up, and of course you had some amazing slaves that came, and beat slavery and everything. But that was my frame of reference, and it really didn't focus in on all of the amazing things that had been done by African Americans. And I realized, for me, I didn't realize it at the time, but as a minority, I was like, man, this has really been affecting me, and I didn't even know it. I didn't even know that it was affecting me. I was, going off to college and things just like everybody else, but I wasn't walking with that confidence that I felt after listening to that tape, after listening to all the amazing inventions. I wanted to go out and invent something right then. I was like, man, I could do this. And so it really says something to me about, like, your worldview, how you see yourself. If every time you turn on the television, if there's people who are in successful roles and doing things of a different ethnicity than and everybody with your ethnicity is playing the gangster, is playing the funny side, person, then you kind of, maybe it starts to subliminally kind of come on you as that's your reality, right? So at least that was my experience. And so when I talk about that, I can start to understand the concern that we should have with our Muslim young females coming up, who, if they're not opening their eyes and seeing a lot of female scholarship out there, if they're not opening their eyes and seeing these amazing Muslim female professors that are teaching in universities, these amazing female scientists and engineers and lawyers and doctors, and people who are running the masajid, right? If everybody they see running the masjid is a male, then they're going to think, oh, okay, that's for males. But there's nothing wrong, in my opinion. You can email in if you want, with a Muslim woman running the masjid, right? Why can't she be in charge of hiring the next imam and making sure that this imam has the cultural context for this community and is aware of what our youth need and what our elderly need, and we need to bring that and make sure that we have this type of programming for this group, and make sure that this curriculum is set, and make sure that when we announce that we're having a election, that the entire community is notified and not this one segment. And why not? There's Muslim women that could do that so much better than any Muslim man that I know, right? But it takes seeing it. You have to see it. You have to walk around and you have to see it in live action for you to really feel like this is something that you could take on. So it's very important for us to reflect on this. And I know a lot of brothers, and I've talked to some of these brothers, like, it just should go to the most qualified person, shouldn't be trying to fill it with females necessarily, so whoever's the most qualified should do it. Yes, that's true. But when you think about, the years of struggles that women in general and Muslim women in particular have gone through, there needs to be some type of effort that we do as a community. Not a male agenda, but a community agenda of some type of thing like they did here in America called affirmative action, right? So let me talk about affirmative action a little bit. Some people out there probably say, where are you going with this, Brother Joshua? Where are you going with this? I said, walk with me, stay with me, right? So affirmative action is this effort to say, you know what? The black people in America have been institutionalized. Their schools have been traditionally worse. Their teachers have not been as good. Their opportunities and their resources have not been as good as people over here. And therefore, we're going to give them an opportunity to get into some of the better schools, to get into some of these better opportunities so that they can change their condition. We can kind of break that cycle. And some people say, wait a minute. You should be able to get in here based on your grades, right? If I have better grades, if I have better SAT scores, that's what should get you into this university. But there's another argument, and I think an argument that looks at the society holistically that says, yes, in general, but when you look at a whole segment of the society that has been not given the opportunity to make the type of grades that you have had, not given the resources to learn and excel like you have, if we keep just basing it on that, you're going to keep a whole segment of society down based on trying to create a standard that only you can reach, right? So I think we have to be careful as Muslims trying to say, oh, well, we need to hire these type of people or these type of people. We have to make sure that for us to break this cycle, we have to really look at the situation of Muslim female scholarship and Muslim female interaction with the community in general to make sure that we are breaking the cycle, because without Muslim women at the helm, without them being like a key part of the leadership of this American Muslim agenda, we're going to fall flat on our face. We just are. And so in last segment, I had a sister, Dr. Zainab Alwani, who is a powerhouse scholar, in my opinion, from the scholars that I've met. So I haven't met them all, but from the ones that I've met, she reigns up there with the top. And today, I'm bringing you a young lady who is just amazing. She's full of energy. She's bright. She's a leader. She's charismatic. She's intelligent. She's talented. All of that, right? And I'm hoping that my interview with her will inspire the next generation of young females to be like, okay, so she did that, and she's just, an average young lady. Maybe I can do that, right? So you don't have to be like some superstar, person that, top 2%. You can just be an average person and do amazing things, right? So what I'm about to do, I'm about to take off this orange sponsor shirt. I'm about to put on my cool shirt. I got a cool shirt that some people told me if I wear it, I'm gonna look hip, I'm gonna look younger. We'll see if it works. And we're going to interview my next guest, who's Sister Wafa Humeida. She's just amazing. I think you'll like her. She's a young person that I've known for about 11 years, and I've seen her grow. And I think she's so special that I wanted to bring her on the show and interview her with you guys. So without further ado, we're going to take a break once again to thank our sponsors for bringing it all in. Who is it? pennyappealusa.org. Yeah, read the shirt upside down. I know who my sponsors are. Don't mess with me. We're going to take a break, a pause for the cause, as they say. You're watching Think About It with Joshua Salaam, and in just a few seconds, we'll be back. So don't go nowhere. Don't touch the remote. Don't get no popcorn because you're fasting, right? So just stay right there, and we'll be right back.
So as you see here, there's a well being built. The locals used to walk miles to get clean, safe water, but now it's getting built right in front of the doorstep, which I think is a great thing. And you can see the women out here, the men out here, they're very happy to have this here. Please donate generously to this fantastic thirst relief project by Penny Appeal. Donate online.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back, everybody. You are watching Think About It with Joshua Salaam. I'm your host. Want to thank Penny Appeal. Also, you can go to pennyappealusa.org to find out what they're doing, because they brought this show to you. And, you know, for my young guests, I had to get into my young outfit, you know, looking all hip hop and cool. And you know what she said? She goes, "It looks like you're on a Walmart run." So that's what happens when you try to get cool when you're not cool.
It's hip. I like
it's
it.
okay. It's okay.
No,
but
I dig it.
This is Sister Wafa Humeida. Give her a round of applause, everybody. I see you clapping on your living room's couch there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So how long have I known you now?
I think like since I was born, maybe.
No, you're not that. Yeah. Okay.
Like 5.
Like 5. So
5.
So you're like 17 now, 16,
yeah,
17? 17. Yeah, that's about how long it's been, 5 or 6 years old. And I asked you to come on the show for a reason.
Yes.
Because in that time that I've known you, you kind of come across as a very interesting young lady. So I know that you come from a talented family, right? So I know that your father plays the drums or the flute. What's he do?
Piano.
He plays piano?
The oud.
The oud.
And the guitar.
And the guitar.
And the accordion too.
And the accordion too?
Yeah, he's a boss. He's a boss.
Okay, so that's like 3-4 instruments. And your mom, I've seen her play the accordion, right?
That's her specialty.
And that's her specialty?
Yeah.
Does she play something else too?
And the piano.
And the piano.
Those 2 things are hers.
Now, did they like get classically trained in this, or it's just like their parents taught them, and how did they?
No, it's not even like a parents thing. They just like picked it up on the way. Like, and my mom went to Afad University, so there she was part of the chorus in Sudan, in Khartoum. Okay. Yeah, and she picked it up in the chorus, and she's like, oh, okay, I loved accordion. She's loved accordion since she was little. But my dad, his siblings, not really musically, but he picked it up. Because he saw like someone in the street playing, and he's like, "Oh, this is cool," and then he just learned it. So like they both picked it up, no notes.
No notes.
No notes.
So you're growing up and you're seeing all this talent. Maybe you didn't know it was talent at the time when you were like 2-3 years old, but later on you see all this talent, and I think that has a huge effect on you and all your siblings. So I know that you got a young brother who's still developing. Yes, he's still developing. But I know you have an older sister who's an amazing artist.
Oh yeah,
her drawings they go on sale for different things.
Oh
yeah,
like that. Yeah, she's got the hand.
And then you have a brother who's like a speed demon or a speed angel. He's a speed angel.
Speed demon, I like that.
He runs for Virginia Tech.
He does. He does.
And he runs the mile and like
2 mile, 800, all that.
All those things. Yeah. Super fast. 4 minutes, 11 seconds mile, something like that. Then you have you, who we're gonna do you last. We're gonna talk about you last. Then you have a brother under you who's like he's like a dancer, and he does all these flips and all this stuff, right?
Basketball too.
Basketball too. And then, like I said, the young one.
See, we got to figure him out yet, but he's going on the running side. So
this is like a Muslim version of The Incredibles. You know,
I never thought about it.
See, and then the young guy, we don't know, he's gonna come out to have like all the talents all together. He's gonna play the piano, the oud, the accordion. He's gonna be a sprinter. He's gonna be a singer.
Yes.
So, but you
Me.
You came up in the Adams Center as like a young leader, social butterfly. You were always smiling. I don't think I've ever seen you mad in those 11 years. Have you been mad?
No, I'm always smiling. I'm always happy. Brother Josh always makes us happy. He's always making us happy. There's no way you can like not be mad.
No, I'm just kidding. So what? All right, so here's some of the stuff I want you to tell the audience more about. Okay, that's why I brought you on the show. In school, you started some type of club.
Yeah.
And you had to gather the people in the school to see if they were interested, and you started some type of club. What did you start?
I started the a cappella club at school, at Freedom High School. So I was just a freshman, 9th grade, 14, you know, coming in, and you're just like, Rocky, you don't know any seniors, or like, I mean, you know your squad. You got that 4 core, you know. You go to the bathroom, go to lunch.
What's the 4 core?
Yeah,
I mean, I got the jacket on, but I don't know what this stuff means.
The 4 core is like you're the squad, like the people who travel with you to the library and the lunch, who got you with homework. Oh, I forgot the notes or something. Then like they're there.
So that's
for
the 4 core.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay,
the 4 core. So, but then starting the acapella club was hectic because you don't know any seniors, you don't know any teachers. So
why you keep saying seniors? Like, why do you have to know seniors? Like, those are like the veterans.
They're the most experienced. They're the superior ones, and they know all the notes. Like their mastery level is way higher, especially when you're competing with other people. They know how to pick up things faster than I do. Or
so you had to recruit seniors to be in this a cappella club.
Yeah. So I emailed the principal the first day of school. I emailed him like, oh, I don't see an a cappella club. How can I start one and stuff like this? And ever since then, I contacted the chorus teacher, and I held a meeting, and we did tryouts, and I have like 35 people in the club, which is awesome.
Even today?
Even today, it's still growing. We're gonna come up next year in the fall, in October for auditions again.
Really?
Yeah.
So how did you? Okay, so first of all, we're gonna take a time out. There's a lesson here that even this is like a theme of some of our shows. Even as just an individual, because there was somebody else. Who was it? I forget. I think it was one of my guests had emailed like 200 people trying to get some type of program off, and one person replied, and he ended up getting stuff. So here's a sister, freshman in high school, first day of school, just emails the principal, not a counselor, anybody, emails the principal saying, hey, I don't see an a cappella club around here. We need it. And then, so how did you get the meeting with the chorus teacher? Did the principal tell you to meet with that person?
Yeah, so he gave me her email. He's like, oh, this is on the Freedom website. You can contact her and see what she says. So then I contacted Laura Lazarovich, Miss L. And
Miss L, a.k.a. Miss L?
Miss L, yes. She's awesome. But she contacted me back. She's like, yeah, come meet me this morning. And we met up, and we made the club happen. And
well, tell me about that meeting. What happened in that meeting?
So that meeting, I was like, hi, my name is Wafa and whatever. And like, I don't even know her. She don't know me. And she's like, she doesn't even know if I can sing or if I can't. Like, this girl just wants to come up.
She can sing. We might do a little song here before the show's over. We'll see. But go ahead.
Yeah, so she just didn't know who I was, but she was super happy. Not happy, but like she was super like engaging, and she was like, yes, we can do this. And then after that, she's like, you just got to get it on the morning announcements. So I was like, whoa, okay, now for meeting, I have to go to morning announcements and make a speech, because if...
so she was like, we can do this, but you got to do this.
Yeah, she's like, I'm the sponsor, but this is student driven.
Okay.
So I had to go make flyers, and we held a cappella interest meeting, put it on the morning announcements everywhere I can go.
So who came to the interest meeting?
So a lot of seniors showed up because they liked the idea. So I was like, okay, this is cool. A lot of people from my class, I'm like, I didn't even know you could sing. Like, hey, like I know you from history. Right. And like this person sitting behind me, like he's always with his earbuds. I'm like, oh, okay. Like got like inner Beyonce out. Like I didn't even know. So like it was so cool.
I'm sorry to keep referencing movies.
No, you're good.
You know the movie that I'm thinking of now as you talk about this is Sing.
Sing?
The elephant.
Oh my God!
You saw the movie?
Yes, I know that.
So it's like all these people came together. You had the guy who was like a son of a criminal, and you wouldn't think that he could sing. And they had like this huge elephant, and she was too shy. And then you had this. Who else was the
other?
The dancing pig was kind of my
go.
favorite. The dancing pig was my favorite.
Dancing.
Who else? Who else was one of the things? Was on the core group? Did you see the movie?
I did see the movie, but I'm trying to think of.
Anyway, so as you talk about
Yeah.
these students that came together,
Yeah.
it kind of reminds me of that movie that you pieced together these people from the school that you didn't even know. Here's a guy sitting in the corner with his earphones, and then like, oh, y'all got an a cappella group? All right, let's go. And he could sing.
Yeah, he could sing. That's the best part about singing, not knowing who they look like, what sound they can make. So that's just super dope. That's cool. That's it.
So did that group Tectonic? What's that group called?
Pentatonics.
Pentatonic.
Yeah.
Did they inspire you guys at all, or?
No. Definitely their inspiration. Yeah.
Is there a beatboxer on the team as well?
We did have a beatboxer. He's awesome. He left last year, but we're recruiting one this year. I found one. He's a freshman. He's coming up next year, so that's good.
And he's good?
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, you got everyone. You got the bass, the tenor, the soprano, the people who can beatbox, all of that, mix it together.
And you put that all together?
Yeah, I started it, I mean.
So are you guys like online? Can anybody see some of your performances or something?
We're going to be starting up a Twitter page in the summer, in I believe August 15th. So if people want to reach out to that, you can go to FHS events, and then under events you'll see the Aka Eagles Acapella Club, and you can see us there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So check her out, y'all.
Yeah.
Now there's also something else that you tried, and I want you to maybe talk about what you learned from this experience and what you would recommend to other young ladies coming up in the industry, right? So there was an opportunity where Disney or somebody like Disney had came to town and they were recruiting, and I tell you, myself and a lot of other people wanted nothing more as a young person to be on that next movie coming out, whether it was a what do you call it, a musical or just a scene, a commercial. I was willing to do a cornflakes commercial, I don't care what it was. Yeah, but so what happened? You got involved in that, and you could have been the next thing. You could have been the next.
I know, the Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
There we go. Or Raven Simone. Right. So basically, I got at Tyson's Corner, I believe there were auditions, and this guy named Michael Davis, I think, he was in charge of it, and it's called the Disney Premiere program, and basically it's like they gather kids all around the country. They were just luckily here in Virginia, so I tried out for it, and I made it, and it made it to the second round.
Now you say you tried out. What did you have to do to try out?
So basically, I just showed up, and they gave you a script, and then you read it in like 5 seconds, and you go. Like you don't got time, you don't have anything. You just read it, you get into character, and then you. So
what was the character like? You're a old lady, you're a young dude. What did it say?
So I was Zendaya, actually, from Casey Undercover, Shake It Up. She is an amazing star.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. I got the jacket on, but it's not working.
Brother Joshua, you don't know who Zendaya is? Okay, all my people.
For the audience that doesn't know who that person is, break it down for us. Who is it?
Can't even explain how mad I am. But Zendaya is mixed. She's half white and half black, and she's been a Disney star since she was little. She's an actor. She can sing. She can dance. She's on The Greatest Showman. Oh my God!
Oh, that movie just came out.
Yeah, with Zac Efron. She's an amazing character. She models. She was in the Me Too movement. She was here in DC. She inspires young girls for expression.
And they're saying that's who your character is. You gotta be that person.
So she's the one who plays it, but she was a spy.
Okay.
So that was me.
Okay.
I was a spy, like pretending.
Okay.
Like that's her character.
Okay.
So and then my job was I had to expose this older guy, and this older guy's like a full-out man, the guy that I'm acting with. So and then I'm acting with him and whatever, and I expose. I'm like, oh my God, you did this and this. Like I found the evidence and whatever. And then this guy, the funniest thing, he was drinking water, and once I say it, he spits on my face. He's like, wow. And it comes all over my face.
You're like, cut.
And I'm like. And I didn't know what to, I knew if I broke character, that was it. So I just had to deal with that. I'm like, this would happen in real life. Like, I gotta, just do it. Right. So, I wiped it off. I'm like, yup, that's right. I'm ready to go. Like, I dropped everything. I was so shocked in that moment because I didn't know it was a break, it was a do or die. It was a test.
Right.
You were not supposed to break character. Some people broke and some people didn't. So I didn't know, what I was supposed to do. But I just kept going. I was like, yup, that's right. You did this and you did that.
Now you're exposed.
Yeah.
I don't know what a spy sounds like, but
Yeah, he was exposed and everything, and I got it, and I got the role and everything, which was great. So, and then I got into the program, and only 800 kids get in it, and like out of the whole U.S., which was really cool. And then here's the catch: I only had a day to like learn everything, like the requirements and stuff like that, and it was a lot of money. Not going to lie, I don't even know if my family could afford it, so I like contacted Brother Josh, and I was like,
now you don't have to say the prices, but what were some of the things that they wanted you to pay for? You had to pay for your own flight?
My flight, the hotel, the food, and I was going to be there for a week. And
right, so you had to come up with all expenses.
Transportation.
To get yourself from Virginia to
Florida,
for a week.
Yeah.
You had to pay for that, and they're like, well, if you pay for that, you might have an opportunity to.
And then, so I would be able to audition in front of all these like mega stars, you know, the people on TV. But the catch is only 80% get in, which is a lot, but you might even not get a call back. So all that money was like not worth it. Right. I mean, you're not supposed to have that mindset, but that's definitely something to think and consider, because you know these things can be scams.
Right.
But I talked to Brother Josh and everything. I told him about this. He told me with his experience and what's best for you. And at the end, my parents were like, this is your decision, you know? Like, this could go big or go not. And this was really, really hard for me. I had to think about it, but I decided not to do it. I know, I lost in jail.
Maybe I messed up her career. She could have been the next Oprah Winfrey. And then I talked with Brother Josh, and he done messed me up. But
no.
Allahu Alam.
You always got to go with your heart, man, because I knew something was off. Like, if you're paying this much money just to even get a chance, you know? Like when the time comes, it'll come. Like, whenever. Like, I don't want to pay this much money. Like, if someone was really interested in me or, like, wanting me to do things, like, paying all this money, like, you know, this money can go other places. And just in my heart, I didn't feel comfortable, like, leaving VA. Obviously, like, traveling is awesome, but like leaving and like not getting a guaranteed spot, and my family's risking all this, and like this is even like I don't even know what they're gonna have me do. Like, what if I get the role and like this is a different role, like I'm not set up for this, not with what I go for. So I just had to go with me, and I know this everything just turned like not the right way. I was like, this isn't right. And when your gut tells you that, then
listen to your gut. And then but you know, when Allah closes doors, sometimes he opens up other doors, you know. And so like shortly after that, there were some other things that started to happen, and you got involved in another program, you know. And tell us about that program.
So Loudoun County, every high school has a peer program. So the peer program is a leadership team at school. So we have a mentor program. We go to elementary schools and help kids that like have divorced parents or like have trauma or death or anything like that. We help them out. We plan a school assembly every single year to hit. We have a message every year. This year was what can one person do can make a difference. So we have all these kind of things we do.
So wait a minute, your group that you're in now, you guys plan a school assembly every year?
Every year. It's called Here in the Hallway.
And what happens at that assembly?
Here in the Hallway is a whole week actually, and Friday is the assembly. So every day there's different spirit days we do. So Friday is a day that the whole school watches it in the auditorium. We do half. So we run the show twice, but only half the school upstairs and downstairs watches it. And then Here in the Hallway, we have a message. So this year it was, what can one person do? So to show that message, we brought the chorus. They sang Man in the Mirror, and then we got...
starting with the man in the mirror. See, that's how you know it's a talent. Like, she didn't even... She didn't even wait. She's like, I'm with you on beat. It's from a talented family. So what else y'all do?
Yeah, so we got so many other people, and the best part about Here in the Hallway is this program is really hard to get into. I mean, 300 people are nominated at the school, and only about 40 to 30 kids get in. So I was really happy to find out that I got into this leader, because it's big. I mean, you talk to the LCPS board, you're talking to the president, you're talking to the principal, of our school. So it's a lot to handle with. But it's really important, just because you're in this club, to involve other people who are who didn't get in, or people who like you would never think that they have something cool. So we always look out for those type of people. Bring people on stage that you would never think, or like bring this kid. Hey, even if he doesn't have anything, later on you'll realize he'll open up and be like, hey, do you know I was doing this? So it's really important for us to get the kids who are not out there, the kids who are always in the back. So that's our motto.
So, you know, you obviously have a personality that is going to kind of lead towards success. You're always smiling, which is a sunnah, which is a charity, and that has a positive effect on the people that are around you.
Thank you.
But in the last minute, what would you tell other young ladies who maybe aren't as confident, they don't have that personality? What are some things that they can do to get involved and to do things that they want or make changes that they want as a young teenager? What would you say to them?
Yeah, I would definitely say to all my females out there and men, you guys definitely just go out. Don't ever hold back of anything. I know I had these friend group that held me back from a lot of things. So the minute you notice that these people throwing trash in your ear, you gotta get out of that. You go for anything. I mean, life is so short. I'm already 17, and like 2 seconds ago, I was at camp with Brother Joshua rolling in the mud. You know?
Yeah, it was a rough camp. It was a rough camp.
Like, time flies, you know? So you just got to go for anything. And my sister once told me time decides on who you meet in your life, but your heart decides on who you want in your life, but your behavior decides on who stays in your life. So your behavior, your personality, the way you go out and reach out with people, you can make an impact. I know you may seem like, oh, I'm just one person, but that one person can make a difference. No one ever made a difference being someone else. So
can you say that quote one more time?
Which
that your
one?
sister
The heart?
taught you? Yeah.
Oh,
Time
decides on who you meet in your life. Your heart decides on who you want in your life, but your behavior decides on who stays in your life.
And with that, we're going to cut. That was a beautiful statement from a very talented family, Sister Wafa Humeida. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
You've been listening to Think About It with Joshua Salaam. I'm your host with the cool jacket because I'm with a cool person, but you know, it really didn't work this time.
No, Brother Joshua's always cool.
Inshallah, we'll be back for the game part. You were watching. Give shout out to pennyappealusa.org for bringing us the show. We'll be right back.
Since August 25th of this year, over 600,000 individuals have fled from Myanmar into bordering Bangladesh. They've witnessed crimes against humanity. The United Nations calls what happened in Myanmar textbook definition of genocide, textbook definition of ethnic cleansing. We've been here for the last few months, providing them with access to clean drinking water, providing them with access to primary healthcare services, helping them build their shelters, as well as giving them weekly food distributions. We can't fathom what they've witnessed. The ones that have arrived into Bangladesh are the lucky ones. They're now residing in between the 22 to 25 official refugee camps that have now been established. With your continued support, we want to secure their future. We want to stay for the foreseeable future so that we can dig more water wells, so that we can provide them with more medication and more medical advice, so that we can help build more shelters, especially with the winter coming and the cold setting in. Please visit our website to find out more about our work and to support us with your generous donations. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back. Once again, you've spent a little bit more time with me and my host, Wafa. This is Think About It with Joshua Salaam. I'm your host. Want to thank Penny Appeal for bringing you this show. This is pennyappealusa.org. Do what you can, give a few pennies, and watch what you can do for the needy around the world. So, once again, it's time for the game. That's all we call it because I haven't spent the time to look it up, and I'm just going to ride it out. We're already towards the end of Ramadan, so we're just going to call it the game, where I try to get Wafa to guess my words with one-word clues, and she tries to get me to guess her words with one-word clues, and the first person to get the other one to guess all of their words wins. Right? So for instance, that's a camera. If I want you to say camera, I might say Nikon or something like that. You'd be
Okay.
like, what is that? Or
Okay.
if I want you to say sun, I might say moon or bright or something like that, right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you one word clues and see if you can read my mind.
Only one word.
Only one word at a time.
And no acting.
No acting, no charades, no
Okay,
hand
okay.
movements, like, you know, no, never mind. I was gonna say something about Dr. Zainab Alwani. She kind of, she bent the rules a little bit, but we allowed her because of her scholarship. We allowed that,
I
but
know
not with
her.
you.
She gave us Saturday school lectures.
Yeah.
Of course.
She's the boss too.
Yeah, she is.
Are you ready?
Yes. Well, you're gonna go first. And
I go first because my name's there. So.
Oh.
So I
okay.
get to,
Okay.
Okay. It increases my chances of winning.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Grass.
Lawnmower.
Wow.
Yeah.
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 That was I didn't think that would happen.
Really?
Wow. And you should get a point for that because that's like amazing. But anyway, I get a point for it. Thank you for guessing the word.
So, I should get a point for that, not you.
But your turn. Your turn.
Okay. Okay.
You gotta start with the top word because they're putting them on the screen. You can't skip
water.
any words. That's your clue.
Yeah.
Ocean.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Look at us go.
That's how we
Same
do.
page.
That's right. That's from knowing each other for a long time.
There we go.
Okay, next word. Cars.
Gas.
Nope.
No. What was it?
I have to give you another clue next time.
Okay.
So it's your turn, but then when it's my turn again, I'm gonna give you another clue for that word.
Okay, so now my turn?
Yeah.
Solar panels.
That's 2 words, but that's okay.
Okay, I can change it?
No.
No?
See, you put it out there, so we'll leave
Okay.
it. These sisters always bending the rules.
You know what? We sisters are smarter than men think.
I know.
It's true.
So this was the first clue for your second word.
Yes.
Because your first word was ocean.
Yeah.
Okay, so solar panels. I'm gonna say solar panels.
Maybe I should have changed the word.
A clue? Well, you'd have to wait till next round. So what I'm gonna guess based on that, solar panels, I'm gonna say power.
No.
Okay, all right. So my first clue for this word was cars.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna say jam.
Traffic?
Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
Ding, 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 ding. All right.
Okay.
Your turn.
Plants.
Solar power, plants, sunroom.
Basically, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't get a buzz. They're not paying attention in the back. All right, go ahead.
Can I say it?
No.
No?
You got to
Not
keep
yet?
going next
Okay.
time. So.
New word?
I'm giving you a clue for the third
Okay.
word.
Okay.
Okay. This is going to take a few words, so let's try to build it up properly. Hot.
Really?
Yeah. Doesn't matter what you say. There's no way. There's no way you can get it. But yes, go ahead.
Hot? Sun?
No.
No. Okay.
Y'all very slow on the sound effects, by the way. Pay attention. All right, here we go. Second clue.
Okay.
First clue. No, this is the third clue, right?
Third word.
Solar panels, plants.
Yes.
Okay, what's the third clue?
Garden.
Okay, all right. I think we're close here. Solar panels, plant, garden. We're gonna say.
You don't get this.
We're gonna say solar power, plants, garden was what you said?
Yes.
Garden. You're like, yes. Just say the word that I'm thinking in my head.
No, because I feel like you got it, but you're second guessing.
You know what I feel like? I feel like it's a word that I don't use a lot, and therefore it's not coming to my head. But I imagine like this, you go out of your back of your house and you have all of these plants, and there's like this plastic covering over it, and you're growing tomatoes and things like that. No?
Yeah, growing tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's outside.
Yeah, you call that a.
Lots of plants.
Yeah, but it's in a light.
Yes. Cool. Can I tell you first letter?
Sure.
G.
Well, you already said garden. Oh, a greenhouse.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
That was slow.
All right.
You could have gotten that easily.
Yeah. You gave me all the right clues for it.
Okay.
I was just slow.
Okay.
All right. Sorry. So
good.
first clue was hot.
Okay.
It's just remember that.
Okay.
Okay. Water. I don't think you're gonna get in this one either. I think I need about 2 more clues, but they're gonna build up.
Hot and water.
Yeah.
Like a boiling pot? Boiling water?
Okay.
No,
but it's good guess. Once again, we have slow producers that are just they're so engaged with the show that they're like, oh yeah,
definitely. That's how me and Brother Josh
yeah,
that engaging.
That's how we do.
There we go.
All right, it's your turn.
Yeah, it's my turn.
So you're on your third word.
Third word.
Oh
yeah.
man, it's tie game.
Wait, no, I just told you green.
I got greenhouse.
Yeah, so now it's you, or it's back to me.
No, because I said hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
back
so
to
it's
me.
your turn.
Okay.
What was your first word, by the way?
Ocean.
Ocean. Okay, so it's tie game.
Okay, so. Wipers.
Wipers. Okay. So you use your car wipers when it's raining. So I'm gonna say rain.
No.
Okay. Why you make that face like I'm crazy? Like, no. That was a good guess. Wipers.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Hot.
Okay.
I said
Water.
water.
Yes.
And you said boiling.
I said like boiling
right?
pot.
So let's say hot water. Explosion.
Volcano?
No. I would have said lava for something like that, but
I was gonna say hot springs.
Okay, close, but
Yeah.
next time.
Okay. Still on the same word. Okay. So I said wipers. So I'm gonna say window.
Okay, there we go again. Wipers, window. Okay. Well, I said rain. That's not it. So yes, wipers are on your windshield. Shield.
Yes, windshield.
Oh, windshield. Okay.
There
All right. All right. You have just taken the lead.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's 3-2.
There we go.
All right. So
go, sisters.
now, when you said hot springs as a guess, is that
Yeah.
1 word or 2 words? That's 2 words, right?
Yes, 2 words.
Okay. So my first clue is hot.
Okay.
My second clue was water.
Yes.
My next clue was explosion.
Yes.
The fourth clue is springs.
It's not hot. You already said no for hot springs, right?
Yes, I said no for hot springs. But since you used it, I'm trying to use it to help you. So hot, water, explosion, springs.
Explosion. I was about to say something, but once you said explosion. They're like those things in the earth with the big, like circle thing.
Yeah.
And then it explodes.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what's called.
Well, we're going to, that's what they did. I'll give you the first letter. It starts with a G.
Oh, G-A?
No. G-E.
No. G-E?
guy. You described it. She described the producers.
I know what it is. It's like a
geyser.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, geyser.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding,
Well,
ding.
I knew what it was. There we go.
All right.
I picked
Tie
it.
game.
Okay.
All right. So it's on you. Fourth word.
Okay. Breathe.
Air.
No.
No? Okay. All right. Producers, give me the...
Eh.
They're not listening.
There we go. I got you. Eh.
All right. If you're going to have this machine, you got to use the machine. All right? Don't be hitting the thing all late.
You get my mom in here, she'll be like, no, go back. Kid, both are not ready yet.
Okay. All right. Fourth word. You ready?
Okay. It's hard word.
Cob.
Corn.
Yes.
Corn on the cob.
There we go. Corn on the cob.
go.
Ding, 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 ding. That was a good clue. It was more the clue than the guesser that time. I'm sorry.
No, I
Yes.
think it's me. I got the
Lawnmower was all you. That
Lawnmower
one
was me.
was all me.
Hot Springs was on you.
I have just taken the lead. It's 4-3. It's your turn.
Okay.
What's the clue that you gave me?
I said breathe,
Okay.
and now I'm gonna say. Said breathe. Airway. That's one word.
Okay. Lungs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Tie game.
Tie already.
Tie game. All right. Here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
I wish I could get you to say this in one guess, but I'm going to say beach.
There's a lot of things.
I know.
Sand.
Wow. Close. Okay,
Close?
your turn.
Okay. Oh, I gotta get this. Okay, let me think of a good word.
Since I went first,
Okay.
even if I get you to guess my word,
Yeah.
you still have an opportunity to tie.
Okay.
If you get
But
me to
we're
guess,
already tied.
yeah, I'm saying, but
Yeah.
now this is the last word.
Okay.
So if you get me to guess, you win.
Okay.
All right.
I know they gotta get this one right. I gotta get this.
All
Okay,
the
you know what?
all the young
I'm
females
just
out
gonna
there
say it.
cheering for you.
I'm just gonna say it. Money.
Cash?
No.
Oh, okay. So I said beach. You said sand. Building.
Hotel. No. Okay, now me. Okay, if you guess this, then it's
over.
over.
Your first clue was
money.
money. Okay.
Second clue. Yeah, a holder.
A holder. There you go with two words
Holder.
again. Okay, holder.
Holder.
Wallet.
There you go. Yeah.
Ah.
There you go, my sisters. We already You already know. Us sisters are on another game.
Why you got in like that? There you go, my sisters. We won.
Yeah.
Yes, you won
There
another
go.
episode of the game
Yes.
with our
Wait, what
guest
was it?
Sandcastle. So you said sand.
Oh.
I was gonna get you. Then I said building.
You should have said bucket.
Bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta think like a kid.
Gotta think like a kid. I wore my jacket and everything, and it's not. It's not working.
It's all good. It's
Hey,
all
thanks
good.
for tuning in. You've watched another episode of Think About It with your host Joshua Salaam. Today our guest was Sister Wafa Humeida, and check her out. What was that place that they can see some of your stuff again? You gave us a website.
FHS events on Twitter. FHS, Freedom High School.
Freedom High School events. Check her out. She's an amazing person, comes from a talented family.
Yeah.
See you next time
Thank you.
on Think About It. Thank you, Penny Appeal, for bringing it all to us. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
This Deen TV video was made possible in part by Penny Appeal USA, Small Change, Big Difference, and by Recycle Processes Incorporated.